Розыгрыш.
Наконец-то.
Наконец-то мы это сделали.
Берем первый попавшийся в интернете рандомайзер. Белое поле вставляем всех наших замечательных участников. Вот они.
Все участники там.
Да.
То есть, подожди, сейчас мы определим победителя случайным образом.
Случайным абсолютно.
Это программа, рандомайзер.
Вы можете сами воспользоваться в интернете. Рандом. Это не реклама.
И мы готовы?
Мы готовы.
Все, поехали. Раз, два, три. И победитель, у нас есть победитель, это Руслан Ибрагимов.
Руслан Ибрагимов, поздравляем тебя.
Свяжитесь с нами, либо в Инстаграме, либо в Ютубе, напишите комментарий. Вы выиграли клавир, и этот клавир едет к вам.
Руслан, ты молодец.
Или вы, Руслан, да. Ну, я не знаю, вдруг,
может быть, несколько
вдруг это старый человек. Дорогие друзья, напишите в комментариях, что бы вы хотели в качестве приза получить в следующий раз. Что мы можем для вас разыграть.
Пожалуйста.
Пожалуйста, да. А теперь к выпуску. Следующий выпуск с Роберто Карлосом.
Острый реПОДКАСT. Куда? I'm from Mexico. I moved to Vienna 13 years now. Very difficult music to sing. Yes, I can do it in 3 days. For a Mexican, Maestro Domingo is like our god of singing. I don't know much about Russian tenors.
Yeah.
I have 2 daughters. It was amazing. Screaming, boo, boo. We need the traditional things. Oh, that I didn't understand anything.
Hello? My friend. What the fuck? What was it?
I have a recording now of you.
I was joke. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, amigo.
Señor,
Look, I will explain you very fast this food. This is quesadilla, which is cheese with tortilla. It's very easy to do. It's very fast to do. I think this is a little bit more complicated. I chop a little bit of tomato, onions, coriander.
But for you, it's salad or sauce?
This is like a kind of sauce. Yeah.
Sauce, yeah.
Sauce, but not liquid sauce. It's like kind of like, you know. And then you can put it for example, you can use it with nachos and just like use it like this as a kind of a...
I want to try nachos.
I can't reach it.
Oh.
No, you wanted to give us...
Oh, no, go for
quesadilla.
it. And then I give you
step by step.
quesadilla.
I want this good piece of avocado, yeah.
And of course, I can do better things, but with more time, but just fast. This is really okay. And this is full with cheese. Normally, we don't use this kind of cheese. I put mozzarella. I love mozzarella. Normally, I will do with Chihuahua cheese. And this one, you put it like, you try not to put so much lemon inside, so then it doesn't drop. And then one for my friend Ilya.
Yeah.
Take it.
Thank you.
And the other half. I wash my hands, by the way. Eh?
I hope. I don't care.
Okay. Next time I don't wash it.
Put so much bacteria as possible.
Yeah, bacteria sometimes is good, you know? And then you eat it like this. And this is really refreshing, fast to do. You eat it with friends.
It's good with this music.
Yeah, this is Mariachi El Son de la Negra. And it's one of my favorite mariachi songs. Sometimes you can drink it with soda, like today, but normally you will drink it in Mexico with a beer or with tequila. But we cannot drink tequila on the Osтрый rePODKAST.
Say again to the camera.
Ostrый rePODKAST.
Wow. Bravo.
I hope this chewing is not disgusting.
Well, yes. I think the nachos are worst. I think that's not so bad. So, welcome to my place, to my crib, and it's a pleasure to have you here, both of you. And also you, Ilya.
I cannot speak.
Don't worry.
Wait me, please.
I'm busy with quesadilla.
You listen to the music and eat quesadilla, and then you will be fine. Salud. Salud. How do you say salud?
Salud.
In Russian?
На здоровье.
No, we say salute.
Sometimes.
Salute.
To cheer.
To cheer на здоровье.
Na zdrowie, exactly, na zdrowie. It was perfect timing. Now the music is off.
Yeah.
Ja.
Buenas tardes, buenas noches,
Señorita.
Buenos días.
buenos días, signori.
Signori.
Señores,
Signore.
señores y señoras.
Señores y señoras.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Леди и джентльмены.
Дамы и
Франк.
господа.
Say it again. Say it again.
Леди
Леди.
и джентльмены.
Gentlemen. Oh my God.
So we're happy here
Молодец.
today to introduce you our new guest. A special guest. He doesn't speak Russian, as far as I know.
Or you can speak.
You
can
know,
speak
I've
some-
sung in Russia the area of Lensky,
Yeah.
but I won't challenge myself to pronounce it in front of two Russian guys and with the Russian public because you will kill me. It will be really bad. For my standard, it's already okay.
But can you start from the beginning, maybe some words?
Куда вьюда
Oh, no, stop. It's really bad, yeah.
Oh my God.
Pronunciation
I knew it.
is-
I told you. Do you want me to translate it? If you want me to translate it, it will be even worse.
Yeah.
We're not going to do this. So,
Yeah.
Let's
Carlos,
not do this.
Carlos, welcome to our podcast. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
to Острый реПОДКАСТ.
Острый реПОДКАST. We have one.
Острый реПОДКАСТ.
We have one
Yeah.
tradition.
Tradition, yeah.
We sing Острый реПОДКАST.
Острый реПОДКАСт.
Yeah, this is important.
Like in
Okay.
German.
So, señor Carlos Osuna.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Very, very famous tenor.
Yeah, thank you very
Nobody knows him, but
And the
he's
same
here.
as Ilya.
So, Carlos,
Yeah.
tell about yourself.
Well, I will make my story short. I'm from Mexico, not from Mexico City. I'm from a city called Mazatlan, which you can see here all around my apartment. This is Mazatlan there, Mazatlan. This is the team of baseball from Mazatlan. So my hometown is a town that opera is really not famous because we don't have this culture on our city. What? It's all good.
Nachos.
Do you want to make more noise? And I'm from this small city. I was born in Mazatlan and I grew up in Mazatlan. And a teacher, when I was 12 years old, she saw that I could sing. I was singing like a little girl, let's say. The change of the voice was not yet there. So I was 12 and then she said, Carlos, can you sing something for me? And I say, okay, maestra, I don't know what to sing or how to sing, but I can sing something for you. She said, well, sing the national anthem. And I said, okay. So then I started. Mexicanos a grito de guerra, el acero apresar y el bridón. So then she said, oh, you're a sopranito. You will be in my choir. And I say,
Sopranito.
Carlitos Sopranito.
Carlitos del Sopranito. And then I said to her, Maestra, you know what? I don't really want to be in the choir. I want to do basketball, baseball, football, soccer. And she said, no, you have to be in my choir. So she went to the director, and the director said, you have a scholarship here to study. If you don't go to the choir, then we will take this scholarship away. So then
How long you've been in choir?
In the choir?
Yeah.
I was in this choir, in that school, I was from 12 to 15 years old. And
You sang 3 years.
Yeah, and then I moved to another choir, which it was let's say, the pro choir in my city, which it was also amateur, but it was much better with all older people. And when I was 15, my voice changed, so I could sing as a tenor. And then I was in this choir from 15 to 18 years old.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in both of the choirs, I was always invited to sing as a soloist, which at the very beginning was really hard. You get so nervous.
Of
I
course.
remember my first singing as like a girl, and all the school in front of you with the score in your hands, and you were shaking like this. And then you were like,
Yeah.
It was really, really, really hard, you know, like it was horrible to sing when I was between 12 and 15 years. Was really difficult. Like I got so nervous on stage. And then I moved to the other choir, and then I met opera. That was the first contact with me and the opera, Butterfly and Turandot, and then also we did like this piece of Karl Orff, Carmina Burana, which is amazing.
You sang?
We sang
solo?
in the choir. Everything was in the choir.
In taverna.
In taverna, cuando somos no curamos quisi. I didn't know what you were singing.
Because no, I sang in choir 15 years.
You know,
15 years.
that piece, Carmina Burana, because I was in many years while I was studying, I was in different choirs. Also, when I was like in the university, I was in a choir to support myself in Mexico City. I moved to Mexico City, and the only way to pay my rent and to pay my living was working at the same time in a choir, in a professional choir. So I think I sang Carmina Burana on stage, like shows, like maybe 70 times.
Yeah.
But I love it. You know, this is one of the best music. You can hear this, oh, fortuna.
Especially beginning, beginning.
Luna, status variabile.
I work also in choir, in professional choir in Moscow, and we sang 3 times per day, Carmina Burana.
Okay, well, you sang it
also,
more than me then. No, yeah, but this is a piece like everyone loves because it's like also when you don't know anything, like in Mexico, when you don't know anything about like classic music, this is like the sound of what you will expect from orchestra, choir.
This is epic music, especially beginning. It's like from Hollywood movie or...
It's no. This is amazing with like full choir, like singing full voice. You know, it's like really magic. Yeah.
Okay, and you came here in Vienna.
And then
how was it?
Well, I'll tell you. First, I moved to Cardiffe, to Wales. I was 1.5 years in Cardiffe. I was studying in Cardiffe with Maestro Dennis O'Neill, a tenor, very famous and very good teacher, and also like an amazing human being. You know, he was really helpful. I have to tell you this because this is the story of it. I sent a demo when I was in Mexico, and then he listened to the demo and he said like, at that time my English was horrible, worse than now. So I sent this demo and he said, Carlos, by email, Carlos, you have a very beautiful voice. I want you in my academy.
Wow.
So you are accepted. You have to pay, I don't remember, let's say it in euros, like 15,000 euros. And for a Mexican,
That was big.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Oh no, but also now 15,000 is not cheap. You know, I was at that time I was 23 years old, and I was like, I wrote back to him and I say, Maestro Dennis O'Neill, thank you very much for accepting me, but I cannot accept your offer because I don't have the money to come. And then he said, Carlos, coraggio. We will find a way that you will come. And I say, okay, Maestro, but you know, I only have the money to buy the plane ticket. That's it. And he said, coraggio. Then I didn't hear from him like 1 month. That's why I have this tattoo here. It's a coraggio.
Coraggio.
Because that's the phrase that he told me. And I make it a tattoo because of that.
And you said him, grazie.
Grazie, maestro.
It's from La Fanciulla.
West, Puccini.
Coraggio.
And then I forgot about it because I didn't hear from Maestro Dennis O'Neill. And suddenly, Maestro Dennis O'Neill, like out of the blue, he sent me an email when I was not expecting anything anymore. And he said, I told you, Carlos, to have coraggio. And I say, yes, Maestro, why? He said, a guy, he's a painter. He gave like 2 or 3 paintings, and we put it on auction. And the money of one of the paintings is for you. And it was like, you know, this is like a miracle. Like this happens only in movies, you know?
Yeah.
And then what I did next, I booked my flight to go to Cardiffe with no English. And then I flew to Heathrow Airport.
No English, no German.
No, nothing. Only Spanish and a little bit of Italian. That's it. That's it.
Incredible.
It's just like going.
But
You know.
how much languages do you speak now?
Well, oh my God, this is challenging because I speak Spanish, of course, English, Italian. I will say I speak very bad German.
No, you speak as well.
Speak
No?
okay.
Natürlich, yeah.
Yeah.
and that's it. These 4 languages.
Four.
And
So,
trying
coraggio, ragazzi, coraggio.
coraggio, and also of course phonetic of French, but I don't speak French. But it's easier to read it than to speak it. And yeah, that was the beginning of, we say, how I jump the big ocean to Europe, let's say. So then I was 1.5 years in Cardiffe. And then after that, I did many auditions. And I did like Paris, Hamburg.
They invited you, or
No, you have to look like
you did yourself
for the opera
yeah.
studio, and I did like also master-classes with Maestra Kirita Kanawa in Italy, and also the Verviers Festival. I did many things, but I did auditions to different opera studios, Amsterdam and Colmar, Strasbourg, many. All the opera studios that you know, I was doing auditions to all of them. And the last one was Basel,
yeah.
in Switzerland. And that was my last option. Then I went there, I sang for them.
Lost hope.
And the pianist was Mexican. And he was in charge of it. And then he spoke with the director and he said, you know, Carlos, he has a very good voice. He has to fix some things. Like, take him and I will polish him. Like, I will help him to improve. He will be under my eye. So they say yes. So then I was 1 year in Basel as opera studio. And that was the beginning of me, like, trying to learn German. But of course, like, German.
There is dialect
Yeah,
in
dialect. It's
Switzerland,
really
yeah.
hard to learn German.
Grüezi.
Yeah.
Ich kann. Ja? König? No?
Yeah. No, I don't know.
You didn't learn, yeah?
No.
Yeah,
Of course, yeah.
German speakers. Listen to him.
But currently, you live in Vienna and you're a
currently
soloist.
I live here. Like after that, I moved to Vienna. I came here for only 2 months as a scholarship. It was this Karajan scholarship by a company. Only for 2 months. For me, this was a test, you know?
Yeah,
They
of course.
they wanted to see how I work,
Challenge,
how I sing. So after 2 months, they offered me 10 months. And that was the end of this scholarship. You
Yeah.
cannot stay longer. It was before the time of the opera studio. The opera studio is recently. At that time was only scholarship to 2-3 people per year. So then, like before to finish the season, they offer me a place to stay as a part of the soloist ensemble, and they say, Carlos, we want you. Do you want to stay here? We offer you a contract, a professional contract for 2 years. And so that was the beginning of me being here in Vienna. So these 2 months they became 10 months, and those 10 months they became 2 years, and those 2 years became 13 years now. I've been here since I'm.
Bravo. No. It's very difficult to sing in only one theater. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in this one.
Yeah.
I think like this theater, as you know, of course, you were here and you were here, and
I'm here.
and you
Still
were here. You're still here.
I was
Ilya.
there.
Look at the camera. Tell them you are here. So it's one of the most important theaters in the world, and for me, being Mexican from small town to be here is a big thing for me. You know, I don't know for you where you're coming from, because I don't.
course.
I only
Of
know
course, yeah, of
Russia as
No.
as a big country, but I don't know if you come from small town or you. But for me, it's like a dream come true to be in Vienna, to live in Europe, and to be in one of the most famous houses with such a story in the world. You know,
For us, it's the same. But I couldn't believe that I will be in State Opera, Vienna State Opera. For me, it was impossible. You know,
it's like too far away from what
Of
you
course.
would think. Actually, if I tell you honestly, I never thought about this house. I thought about all other houses in the world, but not this one, because it's like as for me, you know, the way to explain to my friends and my family in Mexico
yeah.
is like, because they don't understand about opera and about the opera house in Vienna. You know, they don't know how important it is. So I tell them, you know, it's like I'm playing in the Real Madrid. And I'm playing, and I'm like, we are playing with Beckham and with Cristiano Ronaldo, and I'm part of the team.
Yeah.
And then they understand, you know. But I have to tell them in this way, otherwise, they don't understand. They say, "Oh, it must be really important." And I say, "Yes, it's very."
You're
important.
like this guy who brings the water.
Of course, like it doesn't, you know.
For Beckham,
He's bad. He's bad. You know, the word.
I'm part of this.
Yeah, because he's also bringing the water with me. That's the problem. But you know, it's like, and also I do this metaphor to explain them. Hollywood, we are acting in Hollywood, and we are there with, like, you know, Brad Pitt and all these things. And it's a big thing, you know, for me, for us, for my family, and to still be here after 13 years. It's like really like something. I'm doing something okay, you know? And also like this is the place where I grew up my daughters, and I can afford for them a better life. And so I'm happy to be here. Yeah.
And your parents?
And also I got the lack of meeting people like you, international people, good singers. Good singers, nice guys.
Thank you.
I'm talking about him. But,
Good singers, you mean? Yeah.
And nice guy. Okay. No, I'm kidding. But really, like it opens a different world that maybe in Mexico it will be hard, you know, to know. At least talking about opera world, you know.
Yeah.
So we are in the top.
And your parents are proud of you.
I hope so. Yeah, but they are. Yes,
because
they are
my
proud.
parents. Somebody asked, "Where is your son?" Oh, he sings in Vienna State Opera, and everybody. What?
And what do they think? Your parents, they are happy?
Yeah, of course they're.
Of course. This is
our son. Yeah, he's.
No,
it's good. But what is Vienna State Opera?
No, everybody knows what is.
Really?
What is? Of course.
In your hometown.
Vienna
also.
State Opera.
But where are you coming from? A small town or from a big town?
Not really.
Not small. This is third capital of Russia.
Okay, then it's a big town. You know, because it's like in Mexico, this is really small town, middle-sized town, but like Vienna is so far away, you know. To opera is far from our culture, so they only think like it must be important because it's in Vienna, you know, and Mozart and Strauss.
Yeah.
Only a very few people that they really love opera,
course,
they know. But let's say 97% of the population of my city, they don't know.
If you come outside to somebody and ask them who is Mozart or Carlos Osuna. No.
Yeah, of course. Well, they will know who is Carlos Osuna, but not Mozart. That's the problem.
Have you back to your hometown after you became very famous opera singer?
I go there like every 4 months, let's say.
And you sing for people there?
Yeah, I do concerts. We have a very nice, beautiful opera house. It's called Ángela Peralta.
We will show here.
Yeah. It's a small... Got it. It's a small theater, but you can sit like around 800, 900 people inside. Mm-hmm. But it has this European... like semicircle, like the opera house here.
But small.
But smaller.
Okay.
But it's really beautiful. So I'm really proud to sing there every time I go there. Why? Because before to come here, my dream was to sing in that stage. Mm-hmm. And now I'm here to go back there and to sing for the people that they saw me because I sang since I was little. And the audience there, they know me from very little. So they also feel proud to see me coming back and to sing for them and to show them, because also they feel like, show me. No, do you have this feeling of show me? Because I remember when you were 12. Show me.
Really?
Well, this is the feeling that you have. They don't tell you anything, but you're like, oh my God, there is my teacher when I was like 15 years old. Like, she will know.
Carlitos,
maybe
sopranito.
You are feeling like this. I think that gives you this title that you are soloist of Vienna State Opera. That gives you very good impact. Like, you came from Vienna and you sang with a lot of
Maestro
Domingo,
Villazón, Mexican famous superstars. You know
who is Mexican superstars?
Well, Maestro Plasido Domingo, Rolando Villazón, Javier Camarena, and
Juan Diego Flores.
He's from Peru. From Peru. And Ramon Vargas, Maestro Ramon Vargas,
of course,
is also Mexican. So let's say these 4 singers are Mexican, but I grew up listening to Plasido Domingo.
And do they know about it?
Of course, I sang with them. Let me call them.
Prove it.
No, but like for me, like at the beginning, I'm sure it's the same for you. You know, like as Russian singers, when you are here and you are sharing the stage with like a superstar from the opera, Russian singer, that you never dream to sing with them because I'm sure it's the same for you. You only saw them on DVDs. On recordings.
Exactly. On YouTube.
On YouTube,
Yeah.
exactly, YouTube. And then suddenly, when you, at that time, just remember when you were watching them with your friends, like, you know.
but like, Carlos, but
and then this was a dream, you know. You were like thinking, oh my God, they sing so cool. And then you were learning from what they did. And suddenly to be on stage with them is like a dream come true.
Dreams became real.
Reality.
And I saw first time Anna Netrebko, my first role. And I was like, I sang very, very little role and I was very nervous. And do you remember your first role in State Opera?
Yeah, my first role was a funny situation because they were doing Billy Butt and all the singers, they were like all busy in this production, all the men. And suddenly something happened to one of the baritones. He was singing like a five pages role.
Yeah.
And then the direction came to me and said, Carlos, can you learn this role in 5 days? In 3 days, I think it was 3 days. And I said, let me see the score. And I say, let me try. And in the afternoon, I let you know. Because of course, like I'm not like, like I'm slow to learn, let's say. I have to take like 3 weeks for 5 pages, you know. But so then I check it and I was like studying and I said, yes, I can do it in 3 days. Then I did it. But it was this kind of like a small role which can be sung by a high baritone or a tenor. Mm-hmm. So I sang that. I don't remember the name of the role right now, but it was in Billy Butt. Mm-hmm. And Maestro Neil Shikov was singing. And for me also to be next to Maestro Neil Shikov was like, because I remember, Neil Shikov singing this opera from, I think it's La Juive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. La Juive.
Yeah, it's this interpretation that he was doing like the same, like was like looking at that like 15 years ago or 10 years ago on YouTube. And he was singing, and then suddenly to be next to him, it was like,
oh my God.
But the funny thing is like because we are talking about like dreams come true.
Yeah.
But the thing is like I never dreamed to be here because this was already like too much. It's like when you are like trying to pick a girl and you are like, no, she's a 10. I will go for an 8 or a 7, No? And then suddenly you get the 10 and you're like, oh my God, I'm here with her. So this was, like it was too out of my league. And I'm here. I've been here 13 years in the opera house here, one of the best of the world, and I'm happy to be here.
Good.
Bravo.
Yeah, bravo.
Bravo, no?
No problem. Don't be like on interview.
That's good.
Because sometimes I see that you're very nervous, like on stage.
Yeah.
No, really. No, it's good. It's good.
He's the bad cop, you're the good cop. It has to be like that,
huh? Maybe. So you said you're from Little Town, small town. Yeah. And did you inspire someone from your hometown? Maybe there are another singers from your hometown right now.
There are many singers because it's funny, but like we have a conductor which is very famous in my hometown, Maestro Enrique Patrón de Rueda, and he kind of like created a lot of public and also like is teaching a lot of singers because he's also a singing teacher. And let's say in Mexico, apart from Mexico City, Mazatlan, my city right now is one of the cities that they create more singers. So I don't know if there is someone that was like, how to say it, like admire what I did and they want to do the same. I just hope that they are like moved from my story and from my life, that they can also be here or anywhere else in an international theater, because kind of saying like, if Carlos Osuna could do it, we also can do it. So I hope that I inspire someone, but like I cannot tell you who, but I hope so.
In the comments.
Yeah. This is very interesting, everything. But I want to ask you about, maybe you had some problems in theater, stress, or a little bit kind of this thing. Could you explain something? For example, you didn't learn something, or you were wrong, and conductor said you what? Maybe you made mistakes, and you didn't know. How long can I stay here in Vienna State Opera?
Something like that.
It's big responsibility.
It's a big responsibility, yes. You know, like I haven't had like a big problem here with a conductor or with anyone in the theater. It's only like the pressure that I always see us singers as inside of an aquarium. And the people, they come and they see us, and also like the people that they are running the theater, they are like looking at you and saying like, "Why is Carlos here?" It's
really?
Like, no, it's like, this is the feeling. I'm sure for you too. It's like, show me. Like,
it was my question. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing here? Why you are here and not one of the 200 tenors that they are on the queue? You know. So is this more this pressure that you put to yourself, so then you can show them that you can stay here longer and longer, and they are happy. So it's more about like you trying to show them that you are good, still good for what they need. But I never had any problem with anyone, like any conductor or musical.
Maybe opposite, you have maybe you remember some best performance in your career.
Yeah, you know, when colleagues like I say colleagues, no, it sounds like really bad, but like when Maestro Domingo or Maestro Ramon Vargas, that they are like for me examples, and they are like top of the top, they come to you and they say, what do you do? Like, you are singing better now. And sometimes you just say like, oh well, now I'm singing a nice role and I can show my voice, because sometimes, you know, like the problem is like. Course. Like sometimes you are singing like this middle, small, covering the big ones. So when they really give you a nice role to sing on stage to show what you have, then they are surprised. And sometimes you didn't change much. It's just like the role finally helped you to show your voice, you know? And that's it. Yeah.
And can you tell your first experience with the Maestro Domingo? Because you even for us, it's like, wow, it's not number one. It's number one. And... here,
you know,
first time
for me, I mentioned Maestro Domingo because for a Mexican, Maestro Domingo is like our god of singing, because it's the example of what being a super professional, like super famous, like around the world, the three tenors and singing everywhere, and DVDs and CDs. And most of the time when you were learning a role, you will go and pick the one that he's singing, you know? Because also it's this temperamento that it really comes to our temperamento also, you know? It's like you feel like this identity and you want to be like him. Like for me, I remember, I don't remember how many times I watched the video of Vesti la Giubba, this one that is on DVD. He's wearing a blue thing and he's like, the acting is like amazing, because you know there are some singers that they have amazing voices, but acting not so good, and also musically not very interesting, but amazing voice. And I think Maestro Domingo is one of these like singers that he has all together, and this makes 100% that is much more interesting than only a voice. And for me, I love that, you know?
Yeah. But for me also, voice of the he has beautiful timbre, much more for me beautiful than Pavarotti. But Pavarotti has incredible technique. What do you think about three tenors?
The three tenors.
Yeah, who on the top? Placido and then Pavarotti and Jose Carreras, or
And two of them are
yeah,
Spanish speaking.
That's a
Difficult.
that's a hard question because I think the three of them, they were the best on what they were the best of. Like Placido, the way that he was, like the interpretation of what he was singing, you can feel it. It doesn't matter that sometimes the voice was not so clean or some details, but it doesn't matter, because then you appreciate the effort that he does to finish, and he gives everything.
yeah.
And this is very interesting. With, let's say, Carreras, I think he's a mixture between Placido and Pavarotti. Let's say he's in the middle. And of course, like the master of technique vocally is Pavarotti.
Pavarotti.
No? That's not a doubt. I think the three of them, they were like, you cannot tell who is the best because they were the best in different things,
But for you, Placido
For
is the
me,
best.
Placido will be the best, yeah.
And he sings now like a baritone. Do you think that you will sing like a baritone?
Me?
Yeah, sometimes.
No, I don't think I will sing like a baritone. No, I think Plasido Domingo.
Because you
Placido
started like baritone.
Me?
Not like
No.
baritone, but you sang role like baritone.
Well, yes, but
Placido also sang
Yeah.
like
well,
baritone.
but he sang like full roles as zarzuela, as a baritone, and then he changed to tenor, and now he's a baritone. I think only a singer as famous as Maestro Domingo, that he sells a lot of tickets and he has this charming, he can do such a thing. I don't think anyone else can do the same. Only him.
Yeah, of
I think it's only because he's a legend, a life legend. He can do this, but I don't think in the future people will accept that.
Placido Domingo was like example for you, and maybe you know some Russian tenors, singers.
I don't know much about Russian tenors.
Yeah,
I know that you can show me because I would like to know more about it. But, but actually, I know like the popular ones, the Italian ones, the French ones, the Mexican ones, the Latin American ones. But actually, Russian ones, I only know the ones that they are singing now, But the all-time tenors, no, I don't. So I also have some question for you guys because you are also both singers.
yeah.
Like right now, like Ilya, he is still in the opera house with me. We are colleagues there, and also El Señor Sergey. He is a freelance, but I would like to know what was the most difficult part of you being at the Vienna State Opera.
For me, most of the difficult thing to sing without pause.
Okay.
For example, this our period in January, we sang La Fanciulla, then Ariadne of Naxos, Carmen, and now we can
Relax.
sleep and relax sometimes.
Yeah.
And this is most of difficult.
That was a
for
challenge.
For me, yeah.
Yeah, but you never get like nervous when you go on stage.
I've been a lot of times, but for me it's like opposite.
Okay.
If I'm not nervous, I sing
Okay.
not so good.
But do you ever have like before going on stage, you listen to the music and you are like, I don't remember what I have to sing. I don't remember the first word. I don't remember the melody.
Yeah.
And then you go on stage and then everything comes. to your
But
head.
I know that I shouldn't think about this
Yeah, but it's difficult. It's
Yeah, it happens every time. It happens before. I think what the first phrase and no, it's not possible. I don't think about this.
And have you ever on stage?
I believe my body, my mouth, and I think blah, blah, blah.
I agree with you that we should do that. Yeah.
Body remembers everything.
Yeah, because we train so many times that we should think like, why today it's the day that I have to forget everything if I've done it so many times in rehearsal, you know. And and have you ever been on stage on the performance? Have you ever forget like one word or one phrase?
Of course, every time. But I change something, and I make it like bad pronunciation.
Okay. Because for example, for me, I remember I was doing something and I was so tired because my little girls, they were like newborn and I couldn't sleep. And suddenly I was not concentrated, and comes my part, which was only one small phrase that I forgot. And I was like, and everyone was looking at me, and I couldn't remember. And then the soprano sang her phrase, and she saved me. But maybe it was 4 seconds. But in that moment, it feels like half an hour. You know? and then I was like, after when I'm sorry to the conductor, I'm sorry to the soprano.
And nobody noticed it.
No, some of them they didn't, but some of them they did, but it was not a big deal. It was a big deal for me, you know, because I did a mistake. And then at that time, the Hайлайты, he said, hey, this is just opera. This is not life. It's like no one died, you know? No one is dead. Relax.
Yeah.
Sergey?
Oh, you have another question for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the first one. Well,
I can easily and fast answer this question because I mentioned in the podcast with Elena Stichina that I really felt this pressure of the stage of the Vienna State Opera. And every time, you know, this in the State Opera, they have now the corridor with all great singers of all time.
Oh, yes, of course. The Kammersänger. Yeah.
Kammersänger,
and you go and like,
you are like,
who am I? What am I doing here?
Your cover singer.
Kammersänger. Yeah, that was a feeling.
But I have another question for you because now you are freelance. What's the hardest part of being a freelance?
It's also very easy to answer because you don't know your future. I don't know what's going to happen like 2025, 2026. But most of the big and star singers, they know this.
Yeah.
This is the biggest stress.
Yeah, I know. It's because I think it's important, you know, for all the audience, also the singers that they are watching this, that is, for some of the singers it's very easy, but for most of the singers it's really hard to have this instability of not knowing what's happening next month.
Yeah.
And if this is hard when you have no family, when you have family, it's like hell. So I wish you all the best, of course, but this is like we have to keep trying up until we make it, you know?
Yeah.
Now we are in a very safe situation.
No. But I feel also like freelance, and I don't know about my future. After 25, I don't know. I will stay in State Opera or not. Yeah,
but you right now you have the option of staying. It's a different thing that because he's already.
But I'm not decided. You know?
Yeah, I know, but knowing that you could keep going doesn't stress you as much as someone that is out in there like trying to survive, you know, because at the end this is not only about the voice and about how you feel and if you sing well or not well. It's like you need to pay the rent and the electricity and the flights and the hotels and blah blah blah, you know.
Yeah.
It's a hard time, I will say, for freelancers.
You had a dream in State Opera, and now, do you have any goals?
Yeah, of course, I have many goals. One of my main goals is to sing Don José, of course.
Don José?
That's my favorite role. Yeah. Because, talking about Plasido Domingo, because they will say, oh, Plasido Domingo again and again. But Don José is very Latino, very I feel this role will be great for me.
Of course.
And I wish I will have soon the possibility to do it. You know, now I'm 40 years old. On the 4th of January, I became 40. But, you know, this is a good question because, you know, I think we never stop dreaming, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's only like we delay our dreams because of many situations that we cannot blame. But you have a son now.
Yeah.
I have 2 daughters, and we need to provide to our families. And sometimes it's hard to jump into the water to risk, but it will come the time that I will do it because I really hope to do like nice main roles, like Don Jose in this case, or Bohème, Rodolfo. I've already done Rodolfo, but lately not so often. But I would like to do it again, and I would love to do also Traviata, Alfredo, and Butterfly, Pinkerton. I would love to. So I have many dreams, but we are not dead,
Of course.
and I'm not so old,
Not so
Maybe
old.
I'm older than you, but of course, this 10 years now, I see my life like from 40 to 50. I have to achieve many things.
I think this is your prime.
Of course.
And you should do next 10 years trying to think of everything.
Yeah,
what
I will.
What you can, yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. Do you promise? Yeah. Are you?
And I want you to be my Escamillo, maybe you too.
No.
Of course. I will be. Yeah. I will be.
You?
Yeah, of course. I will be Escamillo. No. That will be new production, Carmen.
Uh-huh.
It's like 2020, COVID, Carmen, and I'm Toreador who are at home eating vacation. Yeah, Toreador.
Sometimes I don't get if he's kidding or not. But good luck.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but like that's like a dream role for me, Don Jose.
Don Jose.
Don Jose,
Don
I love
Jose. Don Jose.
Well, I think
this is
the Spanish way to say it, of course, is Don Jose, but
Don Jose.
I think
Navaja.
they say
Don Jose.
Don Jose. Don Jose.
Don Jose.
I will say Don Jose.
I think you will sing this role.
Me too.
Maybe not in Vienna State Opera.
I this is another point. This is a good point.
This is important for you
Yeah.
to sing in Vienna State Opera.
No, wait.
Outside.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where, because I understand that the Vienna State Opera is looking for these roles, like a superstar or like someone that
Famous.
is doing like a world guesting, even if they are not famous. A dream will be that I'm not dreaming to do it there, but I will sing it there. But my dream will be to sing it no matter where, in a place that they can hear me, and then they can like say, "Oh, Carlos, I hear you singing Don Jose here. Do you want to sing it here also? Hey, Carlos, I hear you singing Don Jose in Basilea. Do you want to sing it here in Cardiffe?" And then to be a good Don Jose, that would be nice.
Coraggio.
Yeah, but now you also have good roles like Nick in La Fanciulla.
Oh, of course.
You develop, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I'm always trying to be better, Sometimes people, they think because I've been there 13 years, I have no dreams or I have no challenge or I don't train myself. I train myself every day the same as everyone else because I don't know, but I'm sure you too. Like, this is our life.
Yeah, of course.
One day you sing bad and you are sad the whole day. And then you sing very good and you want to give money, money. It's like drive your like soul to the worst or to the best. Why? Because we really love this. Because before that we will earn money doing this job, we did it for free. We did it only because we loved it.
Yeah.
And now, of course, we have to live out of it.
We loved that and we needed money.
Exactly. No, because now, of course, this is our profession,
Yeah.
But at the beginning, when we started with this, we were looking for opportunities, and we could even sing a concert for no money, and that was also okay because that's what we were looking for experience. And
For
now,
opportunity to sing some.
yeah, of course. And now we still do it for love because this is part of our soul. But of course, this is we have families and we have to support ourselves and our families, and we also deserve to have a good life.
I remember one story about stress on stage. I've sang Kinderbarbiere.
Okay, yeah.
Barbiere,
For children.
yeah, for few kinder, yeah. And I've sang this a lot of times, and there are so many cuts in the end of the aria. Schuldlos geht dann verachtet, and I remember this, and then I covered Basilio, Peter Kellner, and he was sick, and I jumped in, and in the end of the aria, I sang, and I mixed up the words. And forgot the original text.
The text.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was yeah. I sang inside it. It sounded like what I sing. What this is Vienna State Opera.
Like looking
This
for the
is
words.
Vienna State Opera. I'm Ilya Kazakov from Kazan, from Russia, and I sing this this shit. What I do.
And singing in German, is it difficult for you? Is easy?
No, I mixed up the words.
No, but I mean
Yeah.
like in general, like how do you find German, like singing German repertoire in German language?
If you sing German repertoire on German, it's good. If you sing Italian stuff on German, this is difficult
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, like, for me, at the beginning, I did many Kinderoper.
Yeah.
And of course, I have this feeling like whenever I felt I did it perfect, it was wrong. You know, it's like you will never do it right, you know, because you will be always like this like foreign pronunciation. And the day that I felt real proud of me, there was someone coming, hey, you forgot to say den, or, you know, and, yeah, or ü, or
Umlaut.
you know, it's really, really hard. And the worst for me is to sing, where to say text, you know, like this talking.
Yeah.
It's like, because for a native, like German speaker, like also when they forget the words, they can say something else. But for me, it's like, if I don't know what to say, then I'm like, for half an hour waiting for the conductor to start playing something, you know.
And what do you think about pronunciation? If you are trying to sing properly or say properly, you have every time problem with pronunciation, and then you relax. Yeah, okay, doesn't matter. I just it's C, and everybody comes. Oh, it's good pronunciation.
Yeah,
have you noticed this?
Yeah. That's also, but it's the same like when you are singing. And then there is your friend that comes to you to all your concerts. And the day that you are sick, he say like, it was amazing. and the day that you felt like, oh, today I sang so well.
Yeah,
he comes to you
course.
and he's like, are you sick? I hate that. That's the word. So yeah, it happens. Am I right?
Do you need
exactly.
some coach?
Exactly.
I think like go to the doctor because I can hear a lot of air coming out. And I also, and I always say to this guy, you know, today I cannot sing with this one, but I will sing with the left one. So then you like it. And he's like, I will sing with that one.
Muy bien, muy bien.
But yeah, that's like our job.
Every time.
Yeah.
This happens with me also. Every time. I sang in Boris Godunov, and I was really, really sick. I was late also. Without costume, I sang without costume on the rehearsal.
Okay.
Everybody was in costume, and I jumped in. Didn't warm up.
Okay.
And everybody after this, I thought it's shame. What the hell? And everybody came to me. Bravo! It was beautiful. And then on the performance, I sang. I thought it was
amazing.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I came to applause and.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say something about applause. You know, this is, I think, I don't know how many percentage of the people that they come, they are tourists. And it doesn't matter if you sang well or not well. Depends which role you are doing. They will clap more or less. It doesn't matter if you did a good job.
Of course.
Sometimes it doesn't, like, it's not the problem of you singing good or bad. It's just like in the story, you know, like Cenerentola, they are waiting for Cenerentola. It's like Cenerentola. It doesn't matter if she sang horrible, and then the tenor also, and then baritone, and then the rest is like, it's like,
Who are they?
and maybe they have a very difficult music to sing, but no one appreciates it because probably they don't know how difficult is this kind of music. Like in Zauberflöte, also many roles, and like this, the three,
three ladies.
The three ladies, it's really hard, and sometimes people they don't appreciate it. Also, the music that we were singing in Ariadne of Naxos is really hard, really hard.
I think about maybe Piotr Bichala. Could you imagine he would sing with us in Ariadne of Naxos?
And and then
not Scaramucci, another
Brigella. Yeah, well, now they will clap a lot because they know. But you know what's my point? Sometimes it doesn't matter if you sing well or bad. Like the applause, they are like sometimes not right.
Sometimes enough if you just change the costume.
Yeah.
So you sing biggest part in one costume, and if you change it.
Yeah. It happens also, yeah. Yeah, who is this guy?
If you go to applause, almost last one, there will be more applause. If you go on applause first, nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody
because
say
they
bravo.
know because they are waiting for the big names and the big roles, And also, I have a question for both of you. Maybe the last question is not tricky question. It's a normal question.
Please don't.
What do you think about the people saying boo in a performance? Screaming boo, boo.
If they are screaming to me, I think they are bad people.
Yeah, of course.
Bad persons.
Honestly.
No, but what do you think? Like in general, like people expressing their hate.
I think it's good for us because sometimes we talk about opera. It's not interesting now like before, but it makes like a competition between singers and audience, like a play a football match or something. It's good for opera.
And what do you think, Sergey?
For singers, it's very bad. It's very bad.
Yeah, for
some
your
critics,
self-confidence, it's
very
destroying.
My point is like, for me, well, I don't know, but I'm a little bit much more polite,
Yeah, of course.
So if I don't like something, I just don't clap. That's enough. You don't have to be like the soloist of the public leading the hate. So then everyone follows you. Boo! Because sometimes there are boos that they are like boo, but there are very aggressive boo.
But boo for the
that one I get.
Okay.
That one is okay.
Yeah.
But also they could not boo anyone and just clap. Don't clap. Imagine like the staging director comes out and instead of everyone screaming boo, they just like there is a silence. That would be even stronger.
It's boring if nobody is screaming.
Yeah, but sometimes
boo.
it doesn't change anything because they make more famous sometimes the staging directors when they boo them because then they say, "Oh, it's a tradition that they boo in a premiere."
Maybe some performances where public separate half and half. Somebody likes this, somebody hates. And this is really good for opera, for our job. If everybody would be polite, it would be very boring, I think.
I had this experience. That was my first contract in Europe, in France, in Lyon. And the regie was Andriy Zholdak. It's very, very provocative and postmodern regie. And every performance was boo. And Robert Kerner was the current opera casting director in Vienna. Yeah, he was casting director in Lyon.
Okay,
and he said that it's good for the opera house. Okay, because it makes scandal.
Of course, and everybody wanna know what happens in this theater.
Yeah,
If it's
well,
very polite and everything is very good, it's very boring and nobody has interest. Could you imagine if we fight someday some performance and we fight with you real? It would be scandal. Everybody, we would be famous singers.
There is no good or bad advertising. It's just advertising. I don't know. It would be nice to do advertising with the good things. It's like fake news. It's also advertising, but they don't tell the truth. And at the end, it's like not very positive, you know?
Yeah.
And modern stage directors that they are doing senseless things on stage. Everything is sex, blood, violent. You cannot tell what's the story about Traviata, let's say. Then for me, it's like abstract art, and I don't understand.
It's a big topic.
I'm missing for old productions.
Of course, yes. But
classical.
But the point is like, if they don't change that, they will only know the new productions and they will forget the old ones, because you know the old ones. I know the old ones. You know the old ones. But there will be a public. They are too young to remember that was an old production, and they will think this is the opera.
Yep.
But I know what your point is just the same I have. I wish that they could realize that we need the traditional things, that beautiful costumes.
Also action.
Yeah,
also.
of course. And also, like, for me, art is it should be simple. Like, my mom, she doesn't know anything about opera. And I will bring her to see an opera without me explaining her anything, by the staging, the costumes, the movements, and the story that they are telling with the bodies and the acting. She will know what's going on.
Yes, this is important.
If she doesn't understand, then we have a problem, you know?
Yeah. And she understands who is bad guy or good guy. For example, our Carmen.
Yeah.
What is the name? This stage director?
Calixto Vieito.
Yeah. We don't sing. We're just moving, acting every time. We're fighting. It's good. And you can sing with your body. Because I think before it was very static, everything.
I think it wasn't like that, but the singers, they were so powerful that they didn't want to move, because they put like technique and stability of the body first than moving and getting tired.
I watched some opera in Arena di Verona, Cesare Siepi, I don't remember more, but it was like concert. Okay. You know, it wasn't opera. It like now.
Okay.
It was like concert. Everybody comes to stage, sings aria, and then go next. Very boring, actually, but singing very good.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Arena di Verona maybe is different because of the acoustic. Maybe they have to be more careful about it.
But look now, there is show in Arena di Verona.
Yeah, but I like more like the real acting that tells you the story.
Yeah.
That's, for me, it's important that I will bring my daughters little, and I will show them an opera, and they will say, "Oh, Dad, I didn't understand anything because of the language, but I guess she's the girlfriend of him." And she was angry because she was flirting with this other guy, but actually this other guy was in love with the other girl. And at the end, she got sick, and then they got together, and she died, and he was upset.
I like how we do our scene in Carmen in second act.
Do you fight? Yeah.
It's not a
fight, but no. We can say fight. Yeah.
Well,
they kill me. They kill me.
Well, you know, it's very funny because I'm like,
beat him up.
No, I threaten him with a knife. But of course, he's huge.
But you know,
and he's like moving like crazy. You know, when you have a knife here, you don't move. And he's like,
no, I don't.
And I'm like, I have a knife here, don't move. He's like,
no. Come on, man.
Like,
no,
it's like you have a gun here and
story.
you're like,
you know story. You know what I sing in that moment.
Yeah, but you almost like put the knife in.
I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah,
I can do everything with you in that moment.
But it's cool, you know, because it's very violent. And then we like drop his head into the trunk of the car, like
with
2 times.
The blood, yeah.
And then it falls next to the car, and then one of the doors is open. And then on stage I go to Ilya and I say, "Ilya, careful with your head."
Yeah.
And he's like, And then I
don't care anymore.
I
No.
bang
It's
the door like,
automatically everything.
and then he's looking for the blood, and then I go and punch him, and then I put a lot of blood here, and then I put a lot of blood on his face.
And last time they couldn't bring me in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, it was hard. It's
I mean,
like
heavy.
Yeah.
no, I think the boots they were a little bit loose. Yeah.
But I feel like we are in Hollywood movie. You know?
Yeah, that's great. Yes, that's great when you can
I like this feeling.
show to the public a little bit of reality. So if they see violence, that they will feel this. Oh my God! Like it looks like he's really punching him, but also it makes sense with what's going on in the opera in that moment. It's not only like violence for violence. You know, it's like it works in that moment.
But it would be sad if it would be like for you, like it's, but from the audience, like
No.
No?
Everybody after this big applause
No,
for
it's-
us. Yeah, really. But actually, in that moment, I don't feel like I'm Ilya Kazakov. I'm singer here, and I sing Tsuniga, and I'm very bad guy. No, I feel like I'm really Tsuniga, and I hate you. I hate everybody. I wanna kill everybody. But sometimes I feel from you feelings that you think about maybe tacos today.
Tacos.
What are you doing, Ilya?
we do not approve
No, you know,
racism
no,
in podcast.
But you look like really gangster, really
yeah.
gangster.
But you know, the point is like, for example, like he gets very aggressive. Like I have to fake I'm aggressive, because if I go as the same aggressive as him, then we have no control, you know? No, for real.
Look, yeah.
For real. It's like if imagine like we get like hit by the moment and we just start punching in the face for real. So someone has to be calm and try to act less, you know?
And we go outside.
But
We're gonna finish.
yeah.
Finish him.
Yeah, but it's fun, you know. It's and all, like there are many people that they ask me, "Oh, Carlos, but it's so boring sometimes. I guess when you sang this part so many times, the same." And I say, you know, you can sing the same song 50 times. 50 times will be different
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
It's a live art.
because
Don't
it
sing
will
like
be
a
different.
robot. Like
Yeah.
a robot.
Because it's not a recording.
Yeah.
And many things they can change on stage. Maybe you don't feel good. Maybe whatever. you know?
Maybe you didn't warm
Like, for
up.
example, one day we couldn't find the blood. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And you fake
First-
it. It's like we are the kings of improvisation.
Yeah.
Because you cannot stop the opera and say, where I didn't find this. Where is it? Stop it. Stop the music. No, it's just like we just keep going. Yeah.
And he has a lot of experience, because I remember it was I Puritani and we sang together. First time, I don't remember, but we started to be like friends, yeah. And he came on stage and it was static everything. La 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 la, turn, la la la. And he came next to me and he sang, Ilya. Do you remember this? And
No. On the performance.
I wanted to die, yeah. On Ilya.
Well,
You
because
don't remember?
I don't remember.
It was big ensemble.
But you know, when everyone is singing full, like sometimes you can hide behind and make a little joke, you know, to
like in
relax.
Traviata also.
Like in Traviata, I remember you were there, I think.
Yeah, we did together.
yeah.
And it was so funny because we have to be like acting very slow motion. And do you remember this one?
Yes,
Do you
I remember.
And then
What did you do?
the acting was just like, we are talking. And I say, okay, today is the last show. And I will start doing a little bit like funny, because I was not looking at the public. I was giving my back to the public. And then I started doing like this to Sergey, trying to seduce him. And he was like, he was facing the public, and he was like holding, like smile, like laughing so hard. And I was like doing like this to him, like trying to, and it was, and of course, like no one in the audience will think like this was not like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's a like inside joke.
But you're craziest guy in our opera house.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because you need to be crazy to be here, you know?
Yeah, I don't know what you sing in Traviata, but it sounds very, very crazy sometimes. Of course,
I sang this role like 100 times, I think. This is one of the roles I like the least.
you know, I have good joke for you.
Which one?
In your career,
Yeah.
nothing changed, but only one thing:
Yeah.
the size of costumes.
They are. I have to say they are getting smaller. Or what do you mean?
No, every year,
Yeah.
La Traviata, more Carlos, please come to us.
You have to.
Costume
it's
and
because
probe. Costume and probe.
this. Oh my God!
Carlos,
For me now.
I have a scale there, and we can wait, both of us, and you can tell.
No,
I only have a shirt, and he has double shirt to hide.
of course, yeah.
No, but it's funny.
Okay,
It's
it's
like,
a muscle.
I think the best of being on stage with colleagues and good colleagues is to have fun, without risking the show. Of course,
Yeah, it would be boring without
it will be
you.
boring.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then at the end is every time we are having fun in a different way, and always wishing the best for the other colleague.
I think we can start to listen Russian tenors.
Russian tenors.